So, a few weeks ago, I made a video titled Nearly All Married Men Tell Me Not to Get Married. And this is among the most viral videos that I've ever made. And I thought it would be a good idea to go through the comments here on this video. And I'm going to start out with this one. And we're just going to go through the comments. But I wanted to start out with this one specifically because some of the stories that I've seen are just absolutely incredible. This person says, I'm a 31-year-old male and I had my fiance leave me for dead 2 months before the wedding. I was red pill aware since I was 21 and had relationships in hopes of getting married. After a decade of relationships lasting anywhere between 1 to 4 years long and less serious encounters in between, I can confidently say it's just not worth it to even try. I still want a family, but I'm not willing to pay any cost for it. I mean, this is where a lot of men are at. And look, there are thousands of comments, over 2,500 comments here. So we'll just scroll down and see. I would say a good 2,000 of these comments plus are not positive when it comes to this. And this is the kind of stories that we see very much. But hey, look, we finally got one that says happily married for years. Feel sorry for the comment section, but they don't speak for everyone. And you know what? Hats off to this guy. Good for him for being in, or she, I guess, being in a marriage that is happily secure. Somebody says stop lying to yourself. Both of you are cheating. You know, I don't know, man. I really don't, because I just don't trust a lot of women nowadays. I can even tell you today, 4 women at the gym who I know are either in long-term relationships or they have a husband were eyeing me down like a piece of freaking meat. And as flattered as I am, because everybody is beginning to get under the impression that I am a bachelor and that I've got my stuff together as a man, I'm getting that reputation. They know that I am... how do I say this without being a complete asshole? They know that I am who I say I am. Okay, we'll leave it at that. And I don't try to be anything I'm not. And I don't try to be extravagant. I don't try to be materialistic or showboaty. I don't mind living luxuriously when I can, but I don't necessarily have to. I don't have to feel satisfied. But I do live a pretty exciting life, even though it may not seem like it on the surface. I feel so enthralled in my journey with God that everything is so lively all the time for me. Like, I'm compelling for a lifetime and I'm charming at first sight. So, yeah, I mean, as far as the cheating goes for a lot of these women out here and the men, I really don't know. This person says, best decision of my life was not to get married. Holy crap. If she tells you she has a zodiac sign and uses the word manifest, like it can make shit appear out of nowhere, run like your hair's on fire. That is not bad advice. Because manifestation, a lot of people get that twisted nowadays. People don't know what manifestation really is. Manifestation is not just wishing it into existence. Manifestation is full-fledged into reaping what you sow. Again, guys, I haven't read a lot of these, so we're going to read them together. My own father told me not to get married, although he married my mother. That's crazy. It's good to finally hear a Christian man speak the truth. I get a lot of grief in my church for calling out the American feminist culture, for calling out the way American feminist culture has infected our women. I mean, yeah, this is, it's no joke. Feminism is a marketing ploy to coerce women into believing they're more powerful than they really are. And it's not to say that women don't have a power, but their power comes from something that's not masculine. And also, just to clarify, I am not necessarily Christian. I am a man that follows Christ. I don't necessarily believe that God wanted me to be Christian. I think he wanted me to be Christ-like, but not Christian, because I'm not religious, I'm ritualistic. This guy says there's an ad on YouTube where the guy opens a kitchen cabinet and everything falls apart. Then the wife immediately shows how they can get up to 40K in loans to remodel the kitchen. The simp husband agrees, and obviously she removes some screws for all this to happen. Yeah, I mean, yep. And yes, and this guy's completely right too, and the modern men fall for it. That's what a lot of the problems come in our relationships with intersexual dynamics nowadays, comes from men just putting up with shit. If every man, not even if every man, if half the men in the world decided to change the way that they were going to move and to really not tolerate flings or BS from women, they're not going to allow their women to do OnlyFans. They're not going to allow their women to dress like that in public. There was an older guy that I saw at the gym today too. His wife, who's probably 40 or 50 years old, don't get me wrong, she's in pretty good shape. But the way she was dressing was as if she was going to a rave as a 19-year-old woman. Like, and he was just dressed in these baggy clothes, and he looked, reasonably fit. But I mean, holy shit, this kind of stuff is happening way too much. Why would you let your wife wear that kind of thing out in public? It's men like that they seem like they have genuine good hearts, but they're just not quite. They don't have quite the backbone to really back up some of this stuff that they're going for. Okay. Right after I got divorced. Oh, okay. I think I saw this one. Right after I got divorced, not my choice, I met this woman and we hooked up for a couple months until I found out she was married with 3 kids. Yikes. Never at any point she told me her real situation. That's how it happens a lot of the time. I thought she was single, and needless to say, I stopped seeing her immediately, and she was a lawyer too, which is just the cherry on top. I do remember seeing this one. Yeah, and I said, so she studies the law, but she doesn't follow it. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. And that's a lot of the women out there. For those that are familiar with my channel, they are aware that there's a story that I have from a few years back where there was a woman who, after a month or two of us talking, I finally figured out, like, she accidentally told on herself that she has a family at home, not just a husband, a whole family, like this guy, and never told me about her, never told me about her situation. And yeah, I was in a very similar spot, and good on you for having the integrity to stop seeing her immediately. Let's just kind of keep going down here. What does this say? A woman is like a man minus all accountability and reasoning. Jack Nicholson's character. That's pretty true. This guy says any man getting married I instantly lose respect for. I don't know if I necessarily lose respect for him, but I just don't think they're aware. Like, even the guy earlier that was red pill aware, but still decided to go through, and it ended up costing him. I mean, that's what happens in this world. Let's see. Smart girls marry money. Smart men stay married to their own money. I don't know if I agree with that necessarily. I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying, but Devil's Offspring, it's not really, I don't know if I want to listen to Devil's Offspring. Even though I understand exactly what you're saying. I get where you're coming from. Divorced, never get married. It's not monogamy. It's a bad contract. Yep, that's true. So as you guys can see, I mean, we're just scrolling through here, and we've seen, one positive comment? I mean, this person says, go ahead and get married. And then he hits you with the, don't say I didn't warn you. like, you can see out of the 81,000 people and the 2,000 comments, 2,500 plus comments, I mean, guys, this is where we're at. I am a married man and I encourage you not to get married. These comments are really just proving my point. Get married without the government involved? I mean, well, how do you do that exactly? Isn't that just called a relationship? Or do you want the marriage? Is that what you're saying? Just get marriage and then have the wedding, but not the marriage, I guess. Let's see here. Been married twice. It is not only cheating, but the betrayals of the two brides that left me broke and lost my possessions too. The second wife took my kids too. Ouch. There was never any attempt on her part to work with and take actions that our family needed. Well, that's that. Take it from a once married man. Nobody is tougher on a man than a wife. I believe that. And men ought to be hard on themselves because you got to be constantly striving and succeeding. But the thing is women want to see you continue in progress. And if you don't, then it's well, why even bother, right? Why even bother? Because if you're not going like this as a man, if you're not going an upward trajectory, it's really difficult for a woman to want to continue to be with you. But that also means that you've got to continue to do that and continue to impress. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Let's see. King Solomon, wisest man in the Bible, 700 wives and 300 concubines. Let's see what the replies here say. Yep, and he fell away from God because of it. Yep. And he's the king. No one is taking him to the law or taking his assets or his children. He is the law. Doesn't apply to anyone. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a funny thing, but I think this person is correct. He fell away from God because of it. He had 700 wives and 300 concubines, but it still wasn't enough in some sense. As a married man, I encourage you to get married. Oh, hey, we've got somebody else that's encouraging us to get married. That's good for you, man. Good for the Floridian, but not in the U.S. Oh shit. Okay, well that ended pretty quickly. I married a Peruvian at a Peruvian. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Municipality. Anyway, you guys will help me fix that in the comments. But best decision I ever made. She's completely supportive and we've never argued. She does things for me no American woman has ever done, and not just in a sexual manner either. Find a woman outside the U.S. and I promise you won't regret the decision. Okay, well, I mean, that's interesting. That's an interesting take. I'm 34 years old and work in a company with mostly men, and they all tell me the same thing, not to get married or my life will be miserable like theirs. That's just horrible. That's just sad. It's just really sad. Let's see here. We've got so many different things to look at. But you guys get the point. I mean, we're just going randomly through here. And yeah, this guy says, heck, I hardly want to take care of women anymore or look at most women anymore. I just want to take care of my business and move on. Yeah, I hear that. And I can completely understand where you're coming from. Marriage is deadly. Oh, this is a woman, I think. Marriage is a commitment for life. Who cares what others do? Care what God thinks. You have to treat your partner as your own flesh and be a team, always. For those single Christians, your partners out there, pray to God about it. Okay, well, that's fine and encouraging. Uh, it's still, I think this is correct. Treat your partner as your own flesh, because in the Corinthians, it does say that husband has power over the wife's body and the wife has power over the husband's body. So it is one flesh. And I think I like the phrasing of being a team, but I don't like the partner. Like, you're a team and somebody's the coach and calls the shots. Somebody's the team captain, right? That's got to be the man. If the man is calling the shots, things usually go much better. I've never seen a relationship where a woman is leading and things end up well. So, anyways, guys, I think you all get the point. But, I mean, this was really eye opening for sure to see all of these comments here and to see just where we're at and to get more of a understanding of the collective conscious at this time and really how we can move forward in a just manner. But anyways, guys, I hope this video was insightful and informative, and peace be with you. Till next time.